just sit in a comfortable position and place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And just take a deep breath into the belly, then fill up the chest. And then as you exhale, just allow the body to relax into the floor. Deep breath in, fill the belly up, then the chest. And then exhale, letting go. Just continue breathing like this. Breathe into the belly, full as you can, then the chest. Exhale, letting go. As you exhale, letting go of any tension or stress you might be holding on to. Just allow any thoughts to come and go without judgment. Just become aware of them. When the mind does start to become overactive with thoughts, just keep directing your attention back to the breath. And just observing the coolness of the breath as you breathe in, and the warmth of the breath as you breathe out. As the mind starts to slow down, the breath starts to slow down, you start observing just how the body's feeling. Place the hands on the knees, just observing the mind and the body. And then coming on to the hands and knees into child's pose. So take the knees out wide, big toes are touching, stretch the arms out, lengthening from the tailbone right up to the crown of the head, and then reaching out through those fingertips. Deep breaths. Alright, now slowly come up to your hands and knees. Make sure the shoulders are stacked above the wrists. On an inhale, lift the chest and look up. And as you exhale, round the spine, drop the head, soften the neck. Inhale, lift the chest, arch the spine. Good, exhale, round. Just do this a few more times. When you're round, really push the hands into the floor. Draw the belly in as much as you can. Deep breaths. Come back to neutral. Inhale, raise the right arm up to the sky. As you exhale, thread it through and drop the shoulder. You can either keep the left hand on the floor, or you can wrap it behind your back, whichever feels best for you. Alright, press yourself back up. Other side, inhale, left arm up, open up through the chest, and then as you exhale, thread through, drop the shoulder. And again, if it feels right, wrap that right arm behind your back and draw that shoulder up towards the ceiling. And just keep your attention on the breath. Allow the thoughts to come and go. Alright, pressing yourself up. Alright, now we're going to tuck our toes, lift the hips up and back for downward dog. Locking the arms out, shoulders draw back, down the spine. Relax the neck. Good, lift the hips up as high as you can. Just gently pressing the heels towards the floor. You can either have slightly bent knees or straight, whichever feels best for you. And just resting the eyes on one point in between the feet. Soften the muscles in the face and breathe. Alright, now we're going to start to walk the feet up towards the hands. Just keep the feet at hip distance apart. Allow the upper body to completely relax. Soften the neck. Bend the knees a little bit here if you need to. You can stay centered or you can gently sway from side to side. Shift the weight into the toes. Really ground and grip the feet down into the floor. Feeling connected and stable. Vertebrae at a time, we're slowly going to roll up. Head's the last to come up. Shoulder roll when we get to the top. Standing nice and tall. Rolling the shoulders forward. Good, now interlace the hands behind the back. Take a deep breath in, open up through the chest, and then as you exhale, fold forward. You can lightly bounce here to try and open the shoulders a little more. And then slowly come up to standing. So standing in mountain pose, feet together, spread the toes out wide, lift them up, and then really ground the feet down into the floor. Engage all the muscles in the legs. Pull the belly in, squeeze your bottom. Lift up through the chest, rolling the shoulders back, lengthening up through the spine, and just imagine something pulling you up from the crown of the head. Good, deep breaths here. You can either keep the eyes open or you can close the eyes and really turning your attention inward, connecting with that inner stillness. Connecting with Mother Earth below and connecting with our breath. Alright, now turning to face the front. We're going to come into tree pose. So bring the right foot up, hands at the heart. Resting the eyes on one point. Empty the mind. Focus on the breath. Sides. Really engage that supporting leg. Draw the belly in, lengthen. Deep breaths. Coming down to the floor, hands on the mat, step the legs back to downward dog. Good, and from here we're going to step the left foot forward, coming into warrior one. So that back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Raise the arms up, draw the belly in. Good, really ground the feet down into the floor. Energizing the pose with the breath. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Making sure the hips are squared to the front. Breathe. Now windmill the arms around, coming into warrior two. So that back foot pivot, so it's now parallel with the back edge of the mat, and really sinking into that front leg. Good, draw the belly in. And just imagine you're drawing energy up through the soles of the feet, up through the core, and then shoot the energy out through those fingertips. We're going to lean forward, reach forward as far as you can, and then windmill the arms around for triangle pose. And you can either place the hand on the floor or you can place the hand on the shin, looking straight ahead or look up to the sky, past the fingertips. Alright, now coming into extended side angle pose. So hand goes to the inside of the foot and then reach that top arm forward. And again, you can either keep the gaze straight ahead or look up towards the hand. The hand on the floor and that leg are really pushing against each other. Good, stay nice and strong. All right, now bring the hand down to the floor. Hands on either side of that foot, coming into a forward lunge. Now step back to downward dog. Good. Now this time stepping the right leg forward. Raise the arms up. Back foot is at that 45-degree angle. Hips are squared to the front. Good. Sink into that leg. Sink the hips. Deep breaths. And then take a deep breath in. On the exhale, open up to warrior two. So that back foot pivots, ground the feet, sink the hips. Breathe. And then straighten that front leg, reaching forward. Exhale, windmill those arms around for triangle. Energize through the legs, energize through the arms. Keep the core on nice and strong. Bend that front leg coming into extended side angle. Push the leg and the arm against each other, reaching forward with that top arm. Back legs nice and straight, grounding the feet down into the floor. Alright, deep breath. And then pivot forward. Both hands either side of the foot. Coming into your lunge. Sink the hips. Good. Step it back. Downward dog. Alright, now stepping the left leg forward. Both feet are facing the front. Hands on the hips, lengthen. Now bring both hands together behind your back. If this is uncomfortable, you can reach for opposite elbows and then slowly come forward. So the gaze is going to be at the foot. And just imagine you're lengthening from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. And this is a strengthening pose as well as a balancing pose. So draw that back hip forward. Grip down into the floor with the toes. And then slowly start to come up. Keep the core engaged, nice and tight. Alright, release the hands. Bring the hands together at the heart center and then folding forward with both hands either side of the foot. Each exhale, just see if you can pull yourself a little deeper towards the leg. Alright, step back to downward dog, just a transition. Alright, step the right leg forward. Hands together behind the back. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold. And then slowly come up. Release the hands. Hands together at the heart center. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Alright, stepping back to downward dog. And then come to the knees. And then come to sitting. We're going to lie on our back now. Bring the knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. And just make circles with the knees, massaging the lower back. And then go the other way. Tuck the chin in to lengthen through the neck. And then we're going to take our legs up and over our head. So keep the arms on the floor. And then if it feels right, bring the hands to the lower back to support. Bring the elbows towards each other. Bring the shoulders towards each other. Lift the chin slightly so you're not constricting the throat. The breath becomes shallow here. Bring one leg up at a time into shoulder stand. So really lengthen here. Again, draw the elbows a little closer towards each other. Squeeze the legs and lengthen. Bring the legs back into plow pose, and then one vertebrae at a time, slowly roll back. We're going to reach for the insides of the feet for happy baby pose. So here, really push the lower back into the floor, lengthening through the spine. And you can either stay centered, or if it feels right, you can gently rock from side to side, massaging the lower back and the kidneys. From here, releasing and extending the legs out for Shavasana, our meditation. So just get yourself nice and comfy. Allow the feet to roll out naturally, arms down by your side, palms face up. And just close the eyes and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just allow the body to completely relax into the floor. Allowing the breath to flow in and out, nice and easy. And just allowing the mind and the body to completely relax and let go. And you can rest here for as long as you like. Namaste.